Hey, welcome back. It's Stephen Shade here with Starting a Drafting Business Facebook group. And today we're going to be looking at the foundation of our addition. So I've gone through and remeasured some stuff and got this within an inch of what I'm measuring out there on the field. And I think that just has to do with the amount of stucco on the outside of the building. Now there's some interesting things going on here. One of the things I noticed is they have a 2x4 on its side right here up against the 2x4 walls. So it makes it an even 5-inch wall instead of a 5.5-inch wall. It's kind of crazy how he furred that out like that. So anyway, so I got that drawn on here. And for the foundation, now we have here is we're going to draw a stem wall foundation all the way around, and we're going to move, and we got to put something in the middle here too to support this wall here. So we're going to have basically a stem wall for the addition and a stem wall for the existing. So what we're going to do, I'm going to see if I can take off some of these dimensions so it's not so messy. Got interior, exterior. What's this? This should be an existing interior, so let's get rid of that. This should also be existing interior. This should be existing exterior. Existing exterior. These are going to be existing exterior. These right here, do I have? I think I'll leave these on the foundation. Let's just see where they are right now. Some of them are. Let's put the rest of them there. This is going to be existing exterior. And let's see here. These stuff will be interior on the addition. So I think those are up here. So interior dimensions. Oh boy, most of these are still there. Okay, so oh yeah, it's on the walls. Okay, we're gonna move that to dimensions. Here too. Okay, and these ones too. We gotta get this over there. Interior wall dimensions. Okay. This one. This one. These ones. This one. And that one. All right, addition exterior dimensions. Here we go. So hide those. Oh, look, they're in the right place. Great. Okay, so this should be on the mechanical plan. Okay, I'll hide that. Okay, interior dimension. All right, so once I'm done cleaning all this up, I'm going to start drawing in the foundation interior. There we go. All right. All right, this is pretty good. All right, so again, with the foundation, we just want to put in an estimated line showing where the foundation is going to be. And that doesn't have to be exact. Although most of the time the footers are 12 inches. In this case we're going to put a stem wall, so we're going to be using, I think this is going to be 8-inch block. But I'm going to have to do a little bit of research on that. I've drawn it up before for another drawing, so I'll go back and refer to that. And to be honest, I mean, that's part of the trouble of doing this part-time is I don't have all this stuff memorized, and that just means I have to go back and look it up. Alright, so that's pretty good. Alright, so this one here, this house being square, make that really easy. What's this line here? That was just to help me keep things straight, so I'm going to get rid of it. Okay, back to this. This is now the foundation, but it needs to be a dotted line. So we're gonna go to properties and the pen and go down here to hidden. There we go. Now with the addition, we want to also show the layout of the joist, the floor joist. Think of the word. So we got to think about that right now when we're putting on this, because if we want the floor joist to run this way, they're going to need something to sit on this side. Now, if we want the floor joist to run this way, then they'll need something to sit on this side. So, assuming then that this would be cheaper, I think, to run them this way, because we can get 12-foot joists, and to get a 30-foot joist, we'd have to do a couple steps, or at least one step to get a 15-foot joist and a 15-foot joist. So we could do that too. But I think that it'll be nicer just to have a bunch of 12s all the way across instead of having to divide this up into squares. So what we're going to do then is we're going to actually put a foundation, a step over here as well, so that we're going to indicate that this wall is in between those two. So actually I drew this line here. I'm going to actually get rid of it. And I'm going to put this up a little closer. And that wall is going to sit on it, but also it's going to be big enough for those floor joists to sit on it as well. I'll do that like that. Maybe come out a little longer. So assuming this is 8 inches, let's see where we're at here. It can line up right with that wall. Doesn't have to be sticking out at all. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm going to make that one exactly it. That would give us 3 inches to put the edge of the joist on. I think that's enough. I might need to call my framing guys to remind me. On this side, however, it's only going to leave 1.5 inches. I think that we need more space. I'm going to do some research and find out for us. And then if we have to, we'll put 2 rows of brick. One right there and one right here. And that way one's holding up the house and one's holding up the addition. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing. I'm going to just go ahead and make this a little bigger to make it easier to see. There we go. And again, we need to, let's see, try to make it the same all the way around. Of course, now it's not matching up with this one. Let's clean this up. There we go. There we go. Now that's too far. No, it's too far. There we go. Alright, again, we're going to make that a dotted line. Brush pen, hidden. Okay. Now, it's funny how this programming works, because the scaling looks different, but it's the same. When you print it out, it doesn't look different. So I don't know how they programmed this to make it do that, but it's a little funky, to say the least. Alright, so that shows you a good idea of how the foundation will work on this one. Really straightforward. However, we do need the dimensions, and as a reminder, when I do the dimensions on my foundations, I go from the edge of each object to the edge of each object. So here I'm going to go from the edge of the wall to the edge of this window. And then I'm going to go. Now, again, some of this is a little unnecessary for this particular project because this is the existing house, so I don't really need to draw all the dimensions of the existing house. I really only need to draw the dimensions of the things we're going to add, like this window and the addition. All right, what's going on with this window? It's 4 inches off. I'm going to delete it. Well, maybe I can move it. Let's try moving it first. I'm just going to come up here and press M on the wall edge. Make sure it's in the middle of the wall. Of course, it didn't work. It put it in the middle of the old window and the... Okay, that's funny. Okay, let's delete that. Let's put it in again. Let's make sure our window's the right size. 4.5 by 3. I think that was a 3 by 3 window. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. Alright, now this stuff is off for some reason, so we're just going to move it down 1, 2, 3 inches with the delta Y function. There we go. Not sure. Okay, clean that up. Back to the dimensions. Sometimes I feel like I'm in another dimension, especially lately. So I'm wondering if I should just BS about my personal life while I'm doing this. Look at these happy little dimensions. It could be like, was it Bob Ross? Let's just put a happy little dimension in here. Show what it's about. Okay, so this one here. Alright. So that's a good indicator of what the existing house is. The addition. Line those up. No. Right there. Here we go. And then the overall. Right there. Okay, here we go. Now when you press V, sometimes it goes to the vertex of your dimensions. So I like to zoom in the corners sometimes just to make sure we get all these lined up where they need to be. I'm going to come check out the top. Okay. Alright, more foundation stuff. Get these in here. What? A wall, thank you. Oops. Oh, I'm getting in a hurry. There we go. Boom. Have you guys seen the new dragon prints? I really like that one. In the beginning they have the toad frog creature thing and it says the Netflix, does the Netflix noise. Ba-boom. It's really funny. It's a good show though. I look forward to seeing what happens next season. They kind of wrapped it up in a tidy little bow at the end of this last season. But I guess they decided they would continue with the show. So they did leave the main bad guy alive, so That's always a good thing. Oh, I got these lines out of place again. And I think the lines are actually in the right spot. It's the window that's in the wrong spot. Where's my cheat sheet? I don't have it here on my desk. I believe this was supposed to be closer to this side, 2.6 or 2.7 or something. So I'm just going to move this down the window that it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4 inches. Delta Y. Now, I should probably go back and look for my notes and double check these, and I might do that. But at the end of the day, it probably doesn't matter, because this is the not going to change. This is the existing. With this type of project, you really only need the stuff that's changing. You don't really need to add this other stuff. I'm just, I probably should just leave it off, to be honest, because it's probably just going to be noise to the contractor. But I think it adds something. What the? Alright, I did the overall dimension on that side, but I think I'm going to do it on this side too. There we go. Come on, there we go. Alright, down here I'm going to fix this up a little bit too. I mean, it's good that what we have here, but I want to add this part. This door, we need to fix this door. It's supposed to be a 3-foot door. I think I'll just leave it. Well, maybe not. Yeah, let's change it right now. Properties. There we go. Now, I don't think that we can change this side because of the way that it looks. So I'm going to move it 1, 2, 3 inches to the right. I'm sorry, the left. And I'll leave all that stuff the same. It's this stuff right here that has to change. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. Bring this up. Alright. So there's the foundation. Pretty straightforward. We might need to put some notes in here. Like existing home to be moved. Now let's put the floor joist in here. Now this existing home, when they go to move it, they're going to need to put some jacks underneath it in different places, and I have no idea how to indicate where those are going to be. They're going to have to do it in the field, so I might need to put a note in there to say that. Okay, in here we're going to put the floor joists. So the floor joists are going to be rectangles, and they're going to start on the edge right here. And the joists are going to be 2x10s or 2x12s. Probably 2x12s, so we'll come in here. And they're going to stop right here. So a 2x12 is 1.5 inches. I'm just going to do an eyeball here. There we go. Now again, we're going to use that copy function, and we're going to put them. I think I need to do some research on this. Let's see, what can I do? I can go to an old plan and check it out. Okay, I'm going to pause the video here and go check it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, I looked at a recent plan that I did that had floor joists like this, and we did 2x10s, 2 feet on center. So I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm going to indicate that here. Alright, let's see. So there's my 2x10. Now we're going to put on the copy button here, and we're going to move it to the delta Y direction, 24 inches. Oh, that's why that felt wrong. It looked like it was way too big of a jump, but it's not. It's just my 2x10 is way short. Let's bring it down here where it needs to be. There we go. I got the copy function on still, so I copied that one instead of making it bigger. So right here you'll see there's a short one and a long one. Alright, let's put the copy back on. Let's move it over again. Delta Y, delta X. Now again, like before when we were doing roofs and stuff, we can do 2 at a time. 48 inches. And then it's still highlighted, 48 inches. Alright, great. Now this last one is going to be lined up with the wall. Not quite 48 inches. So then what I'll do here too is I'll put a skirt panel right here at the end. So then I'm going to need to move these in a little bit. Let's start with this. I forgot what it's called. I wish I remembered all this stuff off the top of my head. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that one and look at it. What did I call that? It's called a sill plate? No, it's a fascia plate. Yeah, it's like a fascia. Sure. Alright, so I guess the fascia can be on the wall, on the flooring too. Alright, 1.5 inches. So this is the fascia right there. And I'm going to go back through and make all these smaller, because they're going to butt right up against that. Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Because we're going to put a 2x10 along the back of the house to frame all this in. Otherwise, you'll have the everything exposed. And when you're doing the rest of the wall, you don't want to have that part exposed. I should have done this first, to be honest, but I didn't remember it until it was too late. So now we're going back through and fixing it. That happens a lot. I could probably get away with doing more than one at once. Let's try that. Yeah, I was worried about that. Since I used the green highlight, it highlighted the walls too. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to figure out a way to do that without catching the wrong stuff. I'm going to try to do these. That worked. There we go. Alright, so we're going to put a 2x10 on the back, and then on the sides, and then the rest of these will sit on top of the wall there. And we don't even, and they could attach to the existing, possibly, but they're probably going to put some kind of blocking in there. They might even put a 2x10 across there, but I don't think I need to indicate that there. They're going to do that in the field. They'll make this side work. They'll either attach it to the existing house or they'll put a new 2x10 beside it. Let me think about that. Yeah, I think we need to put that in there too, honestly. So let's do that. They're going to need to frame in this whole thing. So we're going to put that in here too. Let's see. And then when I draw my details, 1, 2, and it'll show up. That worked pretty good earlier, so let's see if I can do it again. Got a bunch of them. Nope. There we go. There we go. And then these ones. Right here. No. Try again. Right here. There we go. And then this one. There we go. This missing one? Yes, this one right here. Not the wall. There it is. Okay, great. So also with the foundation, we're not going to show the interior walls. So let's hide those just so we can get a better idea. I'm surprised I didn't remember that earlier. Existing interior walls. Boom. Addition interior walls. Okay, great. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to put some labels in here. I'm going to start with the dimensions of this joist here, just so you know how long it needs to be. There we go. 11 feet 9 inches because we got the other ones on there. And then I'm going to put this one here, the distance here, 1.5, and then I'll put a note and with words here. Yeah, right here is fine. 2 feet. O period C period except where indicated. So press, click out here. It's a little small. Let's make it a little bigger. Oh, too big. That's probably fine. Maybe even a little smaller. There we go. And that's going to go on foundation, so let's make sure it's in the right spot. Foundation, there we go. Alright, so 2 feet on indicated, 9, so that's where it's indicated. Okay, great. So they'll build a stem wall, set the existing house on it, then the new stem wall, they'll set this frame on it for the flooring. Now we could do a concrete pad back here, but I like the idea of staying consistent with what's already there. And to make sure that this doesn't have a step up or down, I need to try to figure out how big these existing floor joists are, so we can try to match them up the right way. So I'm actually going to go outside, go next door to the house and measure the existing floor joists. There's a place in that wet wall that by the bathroom. Let's show you where that is again. Existing interior walls. So then right here, this wet wall, there's a hole behind this closet where I can see down to the dirt underneath the house. So I should be able to measure the floor joists right there to see how big they are. And then I can make sure that they're the same over here, and that this wall holding up those two joists is the right height. Because I might need to make the wall shorter or taller on one or the other, or make sure the joists are the same. That way everything matches up. Alright, so again we're going to take out these interior walls. Interior walls. Interior walls. What happened to this wall? Is it an interior wall or something? It's still gone. Is it an addition? Interior wall? It is. This wall needs to move back to the existing exterior walls. Addition interior walls. Okay, good. Every once in a while that stuff happens. You have to redraw a wall or something and you forget you're putting it in the wrong layer. Alright, so this is pretty much all we have to do for the foundation of this one. I'm going to need to draw some details. Let's see, do I have anything like it? This is one of the ones that's similar. See, it's got the brick wall here, the CMU wall, and then instead of the pad here, we put the floor joists. Let's see, is this another version? No. No, yeah, it's got the CMU wall in it. Here we go. This is pretty much what we're doing. We're going to put the sill plate here and attach it to the concrete. And then we're going to lay our floor joist on it, 2x10s. We're going to put a fascia or band. That's a word, band. That's what I was looking for. We're going to put a band around the outside of it. Then we're going to put our wood flooring. And then we're going to attach our 2x6 walls right to that. Right through the band and the joists. Okay, yeah, so this is pretty much what we're going to be doing. So I probably don't even have to draw a footer because this is it. It's got the wall, yeah, this is it. Alright, well, I'm going to end this video here. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Alright, thank you for watching. If you would like to learn more about how to use TurboCAD or how to start your own drafting business, please join my Facebook group, Starting a Drafting Business. You can just search for it there in Facebook and you'll find us. Come join the group, and inside you'll find more tutorials like this one, as well as tips and tricks to starting your own drafting business. I have been doing this on the side for about 4 years now, and just part-time I make about $10,000 a year, so it's a good side gig to supplement your income or buy that toy you've been wanting, or pay the bills in my case. So I look forward to seeing you in the group. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.